Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome. And welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, today on the Ryan Awesome Show, I'll be talking about NXT Takeover Vengeance Day 2021. Now, overall, man, this is an awesome, awesome, awesome show. I love this show. We had a lot of awesome matches. They had not one bad match on this show. It was just a great show. I loved it. I was shocked, absolutely shocked at the ending of this show, but I'm gonna get into it. But yeah, other than that, man, this was a damn near perfect show. It wasn't a perfect show, but it was a damn near perfect show. And so yeah, this was the NXT Takeover Vengeance Day, the Valentine's Day edition of the show. And so first off, we had the pre-show. I didn't watch the entire pre-show, but I did get the last 10 minutes of it. We had Eli Drake, the former Eli Drake. He goes by LA Knight now. And he interrupted the panel. Wade Barrett and Sam Roberts and some other guy I didn't know. He interrupted them, saying that he was gonna go after the North American Championship or the NXT Championship. He got his eyes set on the titles, and that was it. That was it from Eli Drake or LA Knight. You know, LA Knight. I don't know why they changed his name from Eli Drake to LA Knight. What the hell is a LA Knight? It sounds like the name of a basketball team, like the Los Angeles Knights. I don't know, man. But yeah, we started off the show with a video from Josiah Williams. He rapped about NXT. NXT, will you be my Valentine? And that was it. And so, yeah, right after this, we had our first match of the night. It was the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals for the women. And so it was Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. Now, all right, before I get into the match, if you haven't done this already, hit the thumbs up. What are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Subscribe to the channel, and right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. You click on that bell, and when you click on that bell, you'll be the first ones to know when my next video will come out. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Because if you're not subscribed to my channel, you will miss out. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. So yeah. So the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals for the women. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. Shotzi Blackheart got new music, so that was cool. So yeah, Gonzalez, she was using her power to overpower Moon and Shotzi. We had a double team move to Shotzi from Gonzalez and Kai. At one point, we had a Texas Cloverleaf submission move to Dakota Kai from Shotzi Blackheart. Kai, she grabs the rope. We had a springboard splash to Kai from Ember Moon, and Kai, she kicks out. And so during the match, we had the Moon and Shotzi. They were targeting Dakota Kai's surgically repaired knee. And so, yeah, and you know, Shotzi, she tagged in. It was at one point when Ember Moon, she was in trouble. And so she tagged out behind the referee's back. The referee didn't see the tag, so referee had sent Shotzi back, like, get back in your corner. I didn't see the tag. And so Ember Moon and Shotzi, they were arguing with the referee. And so from behind we had, you know, yeah, Moon and Shotzi, they were arguing with the referee, which is a heel move. You usually don't see faces arguing with the referees. But we had a two follow-away slams to Ember Moon from Reina Gonzalez. I mean, not Reina Gonzalez, Raquel Gonzalez. And we had another follow-away slam to Shotzi Blackheart. We had a flying clothesline from Dakota Kai to Ember Moon. And, Blackheart, she broke up the pin. And at one point, we had Gonzalez. She was outside the ring. She grabbed Shotzi Blackheart and she just threw her. She threw her into that plexiglass that was in the audience, the crowd. And so at one point we had Gonzalez. She accidentally ran into Dakota Kai, and then Kai, she accidentally ran into Gonzalez. So that was a miscommunication right there. We had Ember Moon. She hit a finishing move, the Eclipse, to Gonzalez. And so Kai, she stopped the referee. She stopped the referee from counting. She was distracting the referee from making a count. And so Moon, she took out Kai. And then Moon, she went back to cover Gonzalez. And so Gonzalez, she kicked out. And so we had a sliced bread, a top rope sliced bread to Gonzalez from Blackheart. We had a tope suicida to Dakota Kai from Shotzi, followed up by a cold breaker from Ember Moon to Gonzalez. And we had, double team moves to Gonzalez. They were double teaming Raquel Gonzalez. We had a version of the Doomsday Device to Dakota Kai outside the ring from Shotzi and Moon. And right after that, we had, at one point, Ember Moon, she locked in a submission move to to Reina Gonzalez. Why I keep saying Reina Gonzalez? Raquel Gonzalez. She locked in a submission move on Raquel Gonzalez. And so Dakota Kai, she broke up the submission move, and she delivered a chiropractor to Shotzi. We had an assisted GTK to Shotzi, and then Moon, she broke up the pin. We had Gonzalez, at one point she threw Ember Moon like on a stage ramp. She threw her on a stage ramp. And so on the stage it was a little dented because Ember Moon, she landed hard on that ramp. And then right after that, Gonzalez, she pushes Ember Moon right off the stage. So Ember Moon, she crashed and burned off the stage. And so Gonzalez, she grabbed Dakota Kai and threw her right on top of Shotzi. And then Gonzalez, she hit her signature move or a finishing move, that one-handed power bomb to win the match. So Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, they win the match and are our first ever Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners for the women. And so yeah, this is a great match. I love this match. A great match to start off the show. You always want to start off these wrestling shows with bangers of a match, and this was a banger of a match. And so yeah, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, they were my picks. They were my picks to win the match, and they won. So my prediction was right. And Raquel Gonzalez, I think she's ready to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship because they've been pushing her a lot. She had a pinfall victory over Io Shirai in that War Games match. So yeah, Raquel Gonzalez, she deserved a championship match, NXT Championship match. I don't even know if she ever got in her championship match. But yeah. So yeah, but they will be challenging the tag team champions, the women's tag team champions, whomever it will be. But right now it's Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, so they may be going up against them. And so yeah, that was it with this match. And right after this, we had our next match, and this match was for the NXT North American Championship. And so we had Kushida, he came out first. Challenger always come out first in a championship match. And then we had Johnny Gargano. He was backstage with Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, and Austin Theory. The way, they were, hyping each other up. They were hyping Johnny up, saying, yeah, I'm going to beat Kushida and stuff like that. And they were walking out to the ring. And, I was taking my notes. I was finishing my notes from that last match. And, they were walking to the ring. And, they came out to the ring, making an entrance. And Austin Theory wasn't there. I was like, man, where the hell is Austin? Where is he? And so Gargano, he went for his high five that he usually does to Theory. And he looked over. Theory wasn't there. And so yeah, Theory, he was gone. I was like, man, where did he go? And so I went back and watched it. He got kidnapped by Dexter Lumis. Like he had chloroform in his hand and he put it over Theory's face. And I was like, oh man, I did not see that the first time. But when I went back and watched it, I saw it. And so yeah. So Johnny Gargano, who is the NXT North American Champion, versus Kushida for the NXT North American Championship. And so yeah, Kushida right away, he went for his hoverboard lock. And Johnny, he grabs the rope. We had they were going back and forth with wrestling moves. So we had Johnny wrestling Kushida. We had a super kick to Kushida from Gargano from the ring apron. And we had an armbar to Gargano outside the ring. And we had Kushida, he hit a chicken wing suplex to Gargano outside of the ring on the ground. And then we had Kushida the entire match. He was targeting Gargano's arm. He was going right after his arm. And we had a neck breaker to Kushida on a rope, a snap suplex to Kushida. He kicks out. And then we had Gargano. He targets Kushida's arm. Payback, by kicking it like Kushida did to Gargano last week. They were both going back and forth with pinfalls. They were trading pinfalls. And they took each other out with clotheslines. We had an ankle lock. Kushida, he locks in an ankle lock on Gargano, followed up by a German suplex. We had Gargano, he goes for his spear, his springboard spear, and then Kushida, he reverses it. And he turns it into the chicken wing suplex into a bridge. And so he covers Gargano. Gargano kicks out at the last second. And, Kushida, he continues to target Gargano's arm. We had a twisting suplex from the second rope to Kushida. Follow up by a tornado DDT. And Kushida, he kicks out. They were trading strikes. They were going back and forth with strikes. We had a springboard elbow. Kushida, he went for a springboard elbow. And Gargano, he turned it into a Gargano escape. So he caught Kushida right off of that springboard move. And so he turned it into the Gargano escape submission move. And so, Kushida, he reverses it and turned it into his arm lock, his hoverboard lock. And we had a super kick to Kushida. And, Kushida, he punches Gargano. And we had the lawn dart. We had the lawn dart to Kushida. I love that move. The lawn dart, man. He picks up Kushida and just ram his face into that turnbuckle. I love that move. And then we had a chicken wing suplex. So Kushida, he kept going after that chicken wing suplex. In the corner. He hit it on the corner of the ring. And so we had an arm bar to Gargano. Gargano, he tried to fight out of it. He almost tapped out, but he ended up grabbing the rope with his foot. And, at one point, Gargano, he was crawling away. He was crawling away on the stage ramp, and you had Kushida on the other side of the stage, and he ran. He was standing there, and Gargano, he turned around and crawled back into the ring. He tried to crawl back into the ring, and Kushida, he just ran. He ran across the stage and just kicked Gargano in his arm. So I thought that was really funny. And we had the hoverboard submission move to Gargano. Gargano escapes it, no pun intended, by throwing Kushida, neck first. He threw him neck first into the rope. And then we had the one final beat to Kushida on the stage ramp. And then he had another one final beat inside of the ring. And so he went for the cover, 1, 2, 3. And Johnny Gargano, he wins the match and is still the NXT North American champion. So, yeah, I love this match, too. Awesome match. Great back and forth, with wrestling moves and, all that stuff. And my question is, what's next? What's next for Kushida after he lost? What's next for him? He lost. No more title shots for Kushida. So I don't know what's next for Kushida, but I do know what's next for Gargano, and that's Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis, he been creeping around Gargano lately. He just kidnapped, Gargano's kid, Austin Theory. He just kidnapped his kid. And so, yeah, Dexter Lumis, he might be next. He might be next for the North American Championship. And so, yeah, that was it, man, from this match. I love this match. And so, right after this, we had the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, the finals for the men. And it was MSK, that's Wes Lee, and Nash Carter versus the Grizzled young veterans. That's Zach Gibson and James Drake. And so, yeah, we started out the match. We had GYV that were slowing down MSK, they're trying to stop them from hitting their high-flying moves. We had a springboard spinning splash to Drake from Carter. We had a pump kick to Drake from Lee. And, MSK, they were kicking Gibson, so they were double-teaming Gibson. We had a high-flying move to GYV from the MSK guys. And we had a spinning heel kick to Carter from Drake. And then, GYV, they took control of the match from that point. And, Carter, he fights back, hits a suplex. And, Gibson, he attacks Lee, because he's trying to stop Lee from getting inside getting into the match. And we had an assisted flatliner to Carter behind the referee's back. We had a flying forearm to Drake. So Lee, he tagged in. He had a hot tag. He delivered a flying forearm to Drake. And he had a drop kick on one of the GYV guys. I think it was Drake. Or no, it was Gibson, I think it was. It was Gibson. And we had a tope con hilo. A tope con hilo from Wesley. He didn't jump over the rope. He jumped over the corner of the ring. So he ran to the corner of the ring and jumped over the corner of the ring and delivered a tope suicida to GYV. Dude, I thought that was crazy, man. Oh, that was impressive, man. That Wesley is freaking athletic. He is athletic, dude. And so, and then we had a backflip. This guy hit a backflip and turned it into a kick, a drop kick. And we had a super kick to Gibson from Lee. We had a drop kick to Drake to knock Drake out of the ring. And we had Carter, a cutter. We had a cutter to Gibson from Carter. Gibson, he kicks out. We had a running knee to Lee from Gibson. We had a Helter Skelter, follow up by a 450 splash. The Helter Skelter from Gibson, follow up by a 450 splash from Drake to Lee. Lee kicks out. And we had the Grizzled Young Veterans. They tried to hit their finishing move, the Ticket to Mayhem. And then MSK, they broke it up. We had a Poison Rana to Drake from Lee. We had a Swanton Bomb from Carter to Drake, follow up by a corkscrew splash from Lee to Drake. And then we had a Tope Suicida, man, from GYV, man. You had Zach Gibson, he held up Lee. And you had James Drake running across the ring, hit a Tope Suicida into a freaking doomsday device to Lee. Knocking Lee right off of Zach Gibson's shoulder. And that was freaking awesome, dude. I love that spot, dude. And so, yeah, at that point, Carter was trying to fight back, but it's not working. We had a version of the Ticket to Mayhem to Nash Carter, and he kicks out. And then Lee, they were trying to go for the Ticket to Mayhem again, but Lee, he stopped it. We had MSK hit stereo super kicks to GYV. And we had MSK to hit that tag team finishing move. I still don't know the name of that tag team finishing move, but they hit that tag team finishing move to James Drake to win the match. So that was it. MSK wins and are the 2021 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners. And they will be getting a title shot, an NXT Championship match against Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. And so, yeah, this is a great match, too. I love this match. The only thing I didn't like, I wanted GYV to win. I wanted the Grizzled Young Veterans to win. Going into TakeOver, I kind of knew that. I saw it that, they were going to give MSK to win since they're new and everything, and that they're baby faces and everything, and they're going against a heel team. So I kind of knew they were going to give MSK to win, but I was going for the Grizzled Young Veterans. But I know why they did it. I know why they gave MSK to win, because, Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan, their heels. And plus, you had Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai win the Classic earlier. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez are heels, and they won the Classic. So I think what they did, you can't have two heels win the Cup. You have to have one babyface and one heel win the Cup. So I think that's why they did it. And, so yeah, that was it. That's why they gave the win to MSK, because they needed a babyface team to go after Lorcan and Burch. So yeah, but I still wanted the GYV guys to win. But other than that, man, it was still a great match. I love this match. And so right after this, we had a championship match, and it was for the NXT Women's Championship, a triple threat. It was Mercedes Martinez versus Toni Storm versus Io Shirai, who is the NXT Women's Champion. And so, yeah, they were all making their entrance, and we had the ring announcer. She was in the ring. She was about to introduce the challengers and the champion, but Martinez, she didn't want no introduction. She just flat out attacked Io Shirai from the side, so no introduction from nobody. We had a flapjack to Storm from Shirai, followed up by a sliding dropkick to Martinez. We had a big boot to Shirai, followed up by a sliding clothesline from Toni Storm. We had Martinez. They were fighting outside the ring. She took out Io Shirai and Toni Storm. We had a spine buster to Storm from Martinez. And we had at one point they were in submission moves. They were all in submission moves. We had Shirai. We had Toni Storm. Toni Storm, she was in a submission move. We had Shirai had Storm in a crossface, and we had Martinez. She had Io Shirai in a submission move. I think a neck. She was grabbing at her chin or something like that. And so, yeah, we had a 619 to Martinez from Shirai. We had a German suplex to Storm off the top rope from Mercedes Martinez. We had the Tree of Woe. She was in a Tree of Woe position. Martinez was. She was in a Tree of Woe position. And then Io Shirai, she just stomped, double foot stomp onto Martinez. And so this is a funny part of the match. We had Toni Storm. She was outside of the ring. And she was, she was trying to put Mercedes Martinez through the table. And so, you know how they take stuff off the table. They're gonna use the table. So Toni Storm, she took off everything. She took off the cover of the table, the monitors, and then right after that, dude, the table just broke. It just broke. Nobody went through the table. The table just collapsed. It just broke. And that was funny, man. And so yeah, we had Martinez. She had a DDT on Toni Storm on a concrete ground. And we had Io Shirai. She dove off of the metal. They had like a standing, I don't even know what you call it, standing metal thingy thing. I don't know. And so yeah, Io Shirai, she jumped off of the thing, of the platform, and then she just dove onto Martinez and Storm. And then yeah, we got back into the ring. We had a knee to the jaw from Martinez to Storm. We had a Fisherman Buster. That's Mercedes Martinez finishing move. The Fisherman's Buster to Toni Storm. And Storm, she kicks out. We had a headbutt to Martinez from Storm. And then we had Storm. She hit a finishing move, the Storm Zero to Martinez. Martinez, she kicks out. And we had a diving headbutt. We had Toni Storm go for a diving headbutt. And then, Storm, she tried to go for the cover. And out of nowhere, Io Shirai, she hit a finishing move, the moonsault, on both Storm and Martinez at the same time. And so Io Shirai, she pinned Martinez for the win. So Io Shirai wins and is still the NXT Women's Champion. Absolutely love this match. Absolutely love this match. I was pulling for Storm to win. I kind of knew she wasn't going to win, but I was still pulling for her anyway. But yeah, man. Raquel Gonzalez and Io Shirai is the next match. That's what I'm thinking. Right after she go after the tag team titles, I think she's next. She's next in line for Io Shirai. But yeah, man, this is the one thing I gotta say. NXT has the best women's division. The best women's division. Better than AEW women's division. Better than Monday Night Raw and SmackDown's division. NXT is the best women's division right now, man. You could say Impact Wrestling too. They had a great women's division. But NXT, man, NXT has the best women's division. And so, yeah, right after this, man, they showed a video from earlier on a pre-show about LA Knight or Eli Drake, signing his contract. He signed a contract, an NXT contract, and he said he was going after the North American Championship or the NXT Championship. And that was it. So, yeah, right after this, we had the main event, which was Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, versus Finn Balor, the Prince, who is the NXT champion. And so, yeah, the first portion of this match, it was an absolute wrestling match. This was a wrestling match, a mat match. And so, yeah, at first they were going after each other's arm. They were trying to out wrestle each other. Dunne, he goes after Balor's fingers, and then Balor, he fought out of it. And we had Dunne, he goes after Finn Balor surgically repaired shoulder that he hurt, that he injured several years ago. And we had, Dunne, he was continuing to go after this, after Balor's finger. This guy have a finger fetish. This dude have a fetish for fingers, Pete Dunne does. And so, yeah, Balor, he targets Dunne's leg. He go after Dunne's leg. We had an X-Plex to Balor from Dunne. Dunne he hurt his knee right off after that move. And we had Balor, he goes for the cover. Dunne does, he goes for the cover. Balor, he kicks out. And, at that point, Balor and Dunne, they were going back and forth. We had a clothesline to Dunne. Dunne kicks out. We had stomps to Dunne. So Balor, he was stomping a mud hole through Dunne. And we had Finn Balor, he locked in an STF submission move. And so Dunne, he grabs at Balor's hands and just smashes his hands on the mat. So he's continuing to go after the hands. And then we had stomps to Balor, followed up by a headbutt. We had a sit-out powerbomb to Balor. Balor kicks out. We had arm stomp to Balor, followed up by a snap German suplex to Balor. We had Balor, he's trying to fight back. He's going after Dunne's leg. We had a backstabber to Dunne. We had a shotgun drop kick to Pete Dunne. We had a coup de grace turned into a triangle choke. So Finn Balor, he goes on the top rope, goes for the coup de grace. And Dunne, he just catches him and turns it into a triangle choke. And so, yeah, he went for the triangle choke. He had the submission move locked in. Balor, he tries to fight out of it, but he cannot. But he get his foot on that bottom rope. And at that point, Balor is knocked out. He is taken out right now. And so, yeah, Dunne, he's continuing to go after Balor. He snaps Balor's fingers. And, and Balor, they were going back and forth. They were, fighting back. Balor was fighting back. We had stomps to Dunne. We had a bitter end. Pete Dunne's finishing move, the bitter end to Finn Balor. And Balor, he kicks out. I can't remember when is the last time somebody kicked out of the bitter end. I don't think nobody ever kicked out of the bitter end. And so, yeah, we had stomps to Balor's. Stomps to Balor's hands from Dunne. We had a DDT to Dunne. They were trading kicks. We had a reverse 1916 to Pete Dunne. He kicks out. We had Dunne. He snapped Pete Dunne. Snaps Finn Balor's arms again. Not his arms, his fingers. He snapped the fingers again. And so, Balor, he takes out Dunne's mouth guard. At that point, he took out the mouth guard. He throws it. And we had a drop kick. We had a drop kick to Pete Dunne's face, right in his face. And we had a coup de grace, follow up by the 1916 to win the match. So Finn Balor wins and is still the NXT champion. And that was it. That was it with the match. Finn Balor, he was celebrating. He was holding up the NXT Championship. Doing this, the guns. Well, he couldn't point his fingers because his fingers were broken. So he did this instead. And so, yeah, he was on the stage. He celebrated on the stage. And out of nowhere, we had Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. They attacked Finn Balor from behind. They attacked him from behind. They brought the attack in the ring. And we had Pete Dunne. He joined in on the attack. So they triple teaming Finn Balor. And so we heard the Undisputed Era's theme music play. And the Undisputed Era, they came out to the ring. Cole, O'Reilly, and Strong. They came out to the ring. They chased off Lorcan, Burch, and Dunne. They chased them off. And so O'Reilly, Cole, and Strong, they're in the ring. And we had Finn Balor, he was still on his back. We had O'Reilly. He helps Finn Balor up to his feet. He helps him up. He get up. And then, Undisputed Era, they was standing side by side, doing the pose, Undisputed Era pose. And then out of nowhere, Adam Cole super kicks Finn Balor. And so, O'Reilly, he got in Adam Cole's face. He was like, dude, what are you doing? Dude, like, what the hell are you doing? And so Cole, he was trying to tone O'Reilly down. He was like, dude, listen, he's not one of us, or something like that. He said, we are brothers. We're brothers. And so right after that, Cole, he super kicked O'Reilly. So not only did he super kick Finn Balor, he super kicked O'Reilly, his brother, his tag team partner. And so, yeah, and Roddy, he just stood there. Roddy stood there in disbelief. He was like, man, what the hell is going on here? And so, yeah, he super kicked Finn. He super kicked O'Reilly. And he just walked out of the ring. He walked past Strong. Adam Cole was standing on the stage. And that was it. Dude. I was shocked, bro. I was absolutely shocked. I did not see that coming, dude. Dude, I was expecting Karrion Kross coming out. You know, because Karrion Kross, he had his eyes set on the NXT Championship and Finn Balor. And so I was expecting Kross to come out and attack, Finn Balor, saying that he's next for the title. But no, man, I did not expect the Undisputed Era to come out, dude. That was a shock, man. That was a shock to the system, man. You want to talk about shock to the system? That was a shock to the system. And so yeah, man, you know, we have so in the future it could be Cole. We could have an Adam Cole versus a Kyle O'Reilly feud. Count me in, dude. Count me in. A Cole versus O'Reilly in a feud, man. Dude, count me in, dude. And so yeah, man. My question is, where does that leave Bobby Fish? Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong. What did that lead those to? Do they join? Do they both join O'Reilly, or do they both join Cole? Do Fish join Cole? Do Strong? Do Fish join O'Reilly and do Strong go join Cole, or do they don't or don't like trying to think. Or they don't join nobody. They don't join nobody. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, man, that was it. I was absolutely shocked by the main event. Shocked, 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 shocked. But yeah, Cole versus O'Reilly. It could be Cole. It could be Cole and Fish versus O'Reilly and Strong, or it could be Cole and Strong versus O'Reilly and Fish. That's what I was trying to get to. That's what I was trying to say earlier. But yeah, man, Undisputed Era is dying, is dead. Not completely dead, but is dying. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, that was it with the show. This is an awesome show, a damn near perfect show. It wasn't a perfect show. It was a damn near perfect show. It was an awesome show. I love this show. And so, man, yeah, that was it, man. With NXT Takeover Vengeance Day, that was it. And if you like this video, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. And while you're at it, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. And right next to that subscribe button is a bell. You click on that bell, and when you click on that bell, you'll be the first ones to know when my next video will come out. So you don't want to miss it. I'm here each and every single week. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. So yeah, like this video, share this video, comment down below, tell me how you felt about NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. And yeah, comment down below, tell me how you felt. Share this video with each and every single person you come across. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, and I will see you guys on Tuesday for Impact Wrestling. For Impact Wrestling, I'll see you guys on Tuesday for Impact Wrestling. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. And yeah, man, that's it. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Stay safe, take care, and once again, thank you for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's that.